Sabbath. They would turn you away from Passover. They would turn you away from the tabernacle. All the commandments of God. They'll turn you away from it. They'll say, well, we ain't got to do all that, baby. We'll just have fun this way. And they make it so easy. So easy. Because the whole world on this side taking part of Christmas. Even on your job, they give you Christmas presents and food and all that stuff. They make it so easy. But when you come to the Passover Feast on Unleavened Bread, well, you got to fight to get them days off. You got to put them in there early to get them off, for some people. But he telling them, look, man, don't let the anger of God be kindled against you when you started. That's why our kids are being killed in the streets, because they do not have covenant with them. They don't know no laws. While the nation gets slapped on the wrist, we get 30 years for killing a police dog. Had a black boy who killed a police dog, and they said, hey, he killed an officer. They gave him 30 years. Then you got these people over here who raping and killing us. They don't get nothing, they get to walk. Like this white police officer lady, she killed this black man saying that it was her apartment. They gonna let her walk. Watch what I tell you. She don't get a slap on the wrist. And we know that because of covenant. God told us, look, in Leviticus chapter 23, he said, I'm going to curse my people 7 times more. Why? Because we are the chosen people. We got to make sure that we don't do wrong because we got a covenant with God. And the whole world don't understand that. They say, just because we black, that's why they do it to us. No, it's not. It's that we are the chosen people. God ain't know nobody else. But what went wrong is the pastor inside the church ain't told you who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. And you're walking around with a loaded gun on your back. Well, not a gun on your back, but a loaded gun on your back or a bullseye on your back. You don't understand why these people are treating you this way. Get in this covenant, you'll see. Go ahead.
But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire.
Now this is what Israel did. They saw these graven images, these Christmas trees, all these idols. They go and tear it down and burn it down. But I ain't telling you to do that today now. Don't do that today. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can tear it down with your mouth. You destroy another property. You got to obey the laws of the land over here. You know what I'm saying? But we was in our land, it won't be no problem. And we set up, but we in this other land. Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yes, sir.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
See, we don't know we the chosen people above all people. Not because of the size we are. It's because he chose us way before we chose him. It ain't about the number. Go ahead, listen what he said here.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
You see what I'm saying? We the fewest of all people. What's the population of black people in this world? 13%? That should tell you something. A lot of people think they're more black people than that, but it's not. We only 13% of the world population. Small, still today. That's why he chose us to be in the few, but he chose to do a great job. Go ahead.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage,
yes, sir,
from the land of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Listen, we understand it because we teach y'all what happened to our people under Pharaoh. We were 400 years over there in Egypt, serving him with hard rigor. 400 years. He brought us out. Then once he brought us out into the wilderness, guess what? We started messing it up. The old heads wanted 40 years until they died in the wilderness.
Right.
Why? Because they wouldn't keep the covenant. They were complaining. And this some of the same stuff happening there. You can bring it up to the future. Look what's going on now. The old heads, they don't know about this. Majority of them. They ain't trying to keep the covenant. They ain't trying to understand what happened to their people. And there's blessings inside of this. Go ahead.
Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
You see what he said? He said he keepeth covenant and mercy to them that love him and keep his commandments.
Amen.
To 1,000 generations. This, you know how long is a generation? They say 40 years, right?
Yep.
That's a generation. 1,000 of them. You kind of, I don't know, what about 4,000 years? That's a long time. And it's an ongoing. These covenants do not stop. And there's blessings inside of the covenants. God said, look, man, if you just follow me, I'll bless you. The right way. And the reason why people don't understand that blessing don't come by money because they're struggling so hard, they don't understand that the most important thing you need to learn is how to serve your God. When you get the money that you want, it ain't gonna fill that void. And a lot of times, money, cars, and clothes is not where you struggling at or I'm struggling at. Some people want peace in their mind, some people want healing in their body, some people want just a level head. It ain't about no money. Go ahead, listen what he said here.
And repay them that hate him to their face.
See, that's what I like right now. If I'm keeping the covenant of God, he repaid them that hate he said, I repay them that hate him to their face. I want God to take care of them. Who hate God, who said he done get away with the Sabbath day, so y'all stupid for keeping them laws, y'all some holy rollers and all this stuff, he gonna repay them. Go ahead.
To destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
He will not be slack to him that hated him. He will repay him to his face.
He gonna repay them. Don't worry about it. Don't take this stuff in your hands. We got too many Israelites out here trying to take the business of God in their hand. They end up getting jacked up and get in jail or hurt or killed. Just take that slap on the cheek and keep rolling. He gonna take care of them. Go ahead.
Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep, and to do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers.
He swore this to our fathers. He gonna keep the covenant that he made with the people. And the blessings come inside of the covenant. But if you don't study to show yourself approved and understand what is a blessing, it'll fly right by you. The blessing is keeping the Sabbath day. The blessing is not eating unclean food. That's the blessing. Go ahead.
And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee.
This is the blessing. This is what he said will happen to us and our families. He said, he said, he will love thee and bless, he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. Go ahead.
He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land.
He said he's going to bless the fruit of your womb. That's your babies. Your babies are blessed if they here keeping the Sabbath day. Most of our ancestors and our people don't even know our babies are. They somewhere doing something else. And you know all this truth, and you trying to tell your children, keep the Sabbath, keep the law, keep the Passover, and they just bypass. That'll hurt me if my kids would leave away and don't want to keep it. But mainly because the older generation, they didn't teach them. They weren't so nail it to them. You got to nail it to them every day. Now, if they leave and do whatever they want to do, that's on them. But you got to do that your part. You got to do your part. We got to catch this so we can make sure the fruit of our womb is blessed. Our children. Go ahead.
Thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep, in the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee.
This is what he said. Everything that you put your hand to, all your possessions, all your things, whatever you put, it's going to be blessed. And you got to do a process of elimination for yourself and see if it's working for you. Or you taking hold of the covenant, or you just playing around with it. The blessings are there. If you find yourself always struggling, and be going on for 30, 40 years, something wrong. Something wrong. Understand that. Like I say, God said the blessing here, I believe that because I live by it. Everything I put my hand to be blessed. Don't understand that. With a blessing gonna come struggles. I don't let it swerve me. If it swerve me, get me out path, guess what? I'm gonna get back on it. And that's what's wrong with people. Because you have a little downside, just because you struggling a little bit, they say, well, God ain't with me, just give up with all faith. And God said, if you ain't got faith of a grain of mustard seed, you can't move nothing. You can't move nothing. Go ahead. But he said you can move a mountain, but you ain't got that, what can you move? You can't move it. That thing is small, that's smaller than a pen dot on your paper. Put a pen dot on your paper. That's how much faith God said you have to move a mountain. Go ahead.
Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle.
Yes, sir. Even your women won't be barren. You'll have children. You got a lot of people who try to fight to have children, they just can't have it. Even the cattle, they got livestock, they'll die off and all this stuff. But if you roll with the blessing, that your livestock will live, your children will live, you'll have more children. This is what entails the blessing. This is what the covenant is involved in. Go ahead.
And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
He said he gonna take away all sickness. And that's still today. God said in Isaiah, in Ezekiel, he said, I will be a little sanctuary to your enemy's land. It's still gonna happen here. These are our examples right here. If we take hold of this covenant, it's still going on here. He said, I'll take away all your sickness and put none of the evil diseases of Egypt on them. Look at our Israel. We at the height of every sickness chart there is. Everything from syphilis, from gonorrhea, from AIDS, from all this stuff. And Israelites or the so-called African American at the top. Why? Because we ain't taking hold of this covenant. This is what a blessing is. Right here. Go ahead.
And thou shalt consume all the people, which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them.
Yes, sir.
Neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto them.
We ain't gonna serve their gods. God said, I'll take care of them. And you smite them with this word. Like I said, you don't kill nobody now. They killed them by then. But you smite them with this word. You tell them what thus says the Lord, and you let God have it. Go ahead.
If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them?
He said, how can I dispossess them? He said, don't have this in your mind just because this person got more money than you. Just because this nation is downrating all black people. You ain't a part of that. You're a part of the covenant. God said, I'm going to take care of you. But if you group yourself with all black people and say, well, they're going to take us out. That's your mindset. That ain't my mindset. My mindset, I'm going to go through it. God going to be with me. We got to take hold of this covenant. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shalt well remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh.
People get so afraid of all this stuff. Look what happened back in the day with Pharaoh. He said, don't be afraid of them. God let Pharaoh down the Red Sea, opened it up and killed them all. And we had to do nothing. Just like they follow Israel right now, he'll take care of them. Like I said, you got so many locks on the door, you'll kill yourself if the fire break out in your house. Because you're scared. I know, I've been there, be scared. But I'm getting more and more faith in God. He protected me. I'm rolling with the angels. You got to roll with the angels. Just like he told Elisha. Just like Elisha told his servant, he said, Elisha told God, open his servant's eyes up so he can see there's more of us than them. Stop living in the fleshly world. Go in the spiritual world. Understand that. Go ahead.
The great temptation which thine eyes saw, and the signs, and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Lord thy God brought thee out. So shall the Lord thy God do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid.
He'll do the same thing today. He's going to do the same thing. We got to come out of these nations right here. We scatter right now. He said, I'm going to come back. When abomination, desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, when the man of sin sitting in the temple of God called himself God, he going to call us out. Don't worry about your transportation. Folks say, man, we got to go get a passport. I ain't saying nothing wrong with you not getting a passport. Get it if you can get it. But just recognize your transportation. That's what most people got to understand. They don't recognize their transportation. You already not trying to tell you, you'll say, man, I ain't going over there, I ain't going over there. That's where when you understand the covenant, he said, look, man, when you see the man saying sin over there, you are fleeing to the wilderness, waiting on the Lord and the transportation. He gonna be there. Go ahead.
Moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornet among them, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
God said anything to protect this people. He said hornets, storm. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for the Lord thy God is among you, Almighty God and terrible.
We don't understand who we're dealing with. This is a God who destroys Sodom and Gomorrah with fire, and ain't nothing living over there today. Nothing. And we scared of these nations. Come on. Go ahead.
And the Lord thy God will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee.
Go ahead.
But the Lord thy God shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with the mighty destruction, until they be destroyed.
Y'all understand who's doing all this? The Lord, the Lord, the Lord. He's doing all this. Don't get your hand dirty. He's doing this. Let him do it. He's going to show you through the covenant. Go ahead.
And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them.
He's going to deliver the kings into our hands. Did he tell you that these kings going to be our handmaids? In Isaiah 14, they're going to be slaves unto us. But if you don't know the covenant, you won't understand it. You waiting for these kings, you the king. Now, it's their time, it's Gentile time now. This is time. You ain't ruling jack. You just get over here, you do what you're supposed to do, and obey the laws of the land. But your turn will come in 1,000 years. Go read Isaiah chapter 14 and 1, they tell you, we gonna run it. But if you try to be too premature in this, you're gonna jack it up. And look at us out there in these streets now. We jacking it up good. We jacking it up. Go ahead. I just want to read Leviticus chapter 26. This is the blessings of the covenant. He fighting for us, and it's still happening today. Go ahead.
The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein.
You don't desire this. Go ahead.
For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God.
A lot of people desire the silver gold of these nations. All these crosses, these fish symbols, all this stuff that they have that they think is a blessing. That stuff don't mean nothing, man. A lot of it is graven images. It don't mean nothing at all. And look what God tell you to do with this stuff. Go ahead, verse 26.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
Don't bring the abomination in your house. Don't bring that Christmas tree in your house. It's an accursed thing. It's a graven image. They put all that stuff up there. You put on the Christmas tree, you got the star. You got the little balls which represent the planets. You got all that stuff in your house that you don't understand. They are graven images. They mean something. God said, do not do this in Jeremiah chapter 10. Learn not the way of the heathens. They dismayed at the signs of heaven, meaning that they like worshiping the sun. As Constantine, that's why he got most of the people right now worshiping on Sunday. He was a sun worshiper. They don't even understand that. All this stuff has been written in the covenants. But if we disregard the covenants, we jack it up. You finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Luke chapter 1. I just want to go in detail with that covenant. And believe me, I'm going to do a part 3 and 4 of this thing. This thing is getting good to me. I couldn't get it all. Luke chapter 1 and verse 26. Let's look at two powerful women who were blessed by God. Let's listen to their conversation. And you can learn something, men and women can learn something from these two women. When God told them they was going to do something, they didn't jaw jack at the mouth, they received it. And a lot of times God can't bless people because their mouth runs so fast that they cut the blessing off. Oh, I can't do that. What, you can't walk across the street? Oh, that's what you want me to do? Stuff like that. You know, they'll just cut their blessing off real quick if it involved doing a little work. Let's look at Mary and Elizabeth. These two powerful women that God chose to carry those seeds. Seed of Jesus and the seed of John the Baptist. Let's listen to the conversation and see the covenant come out of their mouth. Verse 26, go ahead.
And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth.
So the angel came to Nazareth with a message. Go ahead.
To a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary.
So he sent to the house of David and Mary and Joseph. He had a message to give them. Go ahead.
And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou that art highly favored, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. He told her, he said, Hail, meaning that he praising her. You are blessed among all women. Because that was a great thing what she did. To carry the Lord, this is a great thing. She was blessed among women. And I tell women all the time, when you having children, you don't know what you're carrying. You hear a lot of women give up kids that go on to do great things. Great things. And you got to understand, not just women, even the men today want to even be parents to their children. But that's another lesson. But keep going. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying.
Speak up a little bit. Go ahead.
And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be.
Salutation, what manner of words? Start talking. This ain't even telling her what she was going to do. Go ahead. Verse 30.
And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God.
He said, don't fear, Mary. God favor with, because God found you favorable. That's a great thing to do, carry the child of God. Go ahead.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus.
Shall call his name Yehoshua. Yahshua.
Jesus.
Yahweh.
Jesus.
See, this is the stuff they strain with in the world. Simple stuff like this. If you speak in Hebrew, I don't care if you call him Yahshua. That's your language. But I speak English. I'm calling him Jesus. This is what people got to understand. He said, look, you don't call this baby Jesus. Go ahead.
He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. Yes.